Welcome to Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya. This is the weekend where we will crown a brand new champion in TCR Europe. Touring cars, I often say, are the best form of racing in the whole wide world. I've got a sneaking suspicion our TCR Europe cohort will prove me correct.
Race 1 was amazing. I made it like 40 metres. Technically you took me out and you drove through me.
Lights went out and I got a really good start actually. And then we just had a really unfortunate sequence of events. So we are here at Circuit de Catalunya in Barcelona for our first ever championship round of TCR Europe, which is actually the last round of the season for everyone else. So interesting from a lot of different perspectives, not least I think there are 12 or 14 people in the title fight, so the race is going to be spicy.
So we arrived at Barcelona. We took a little trip over the pond to play in Europe. There's some really fast drivers in this grid, so we weren't expecting anything big out this weekend. It's more of like a taster for next year, really. And essentially a big testing weekend. So yeah, really looking forward to the weekend. Not expecting massive results, but also I'm curious to see where I end up in terms of position on this grid. It's a nice little eye-opener. It's hard to see that in the UK because of the weekends we've had recently and how inconsistent they all are in terms of events and drama and all of the stuff. So yeah, looking forward to it.
There's a lot of pace for us to find, and like we're racing at the very highest level here, so the requisite pace of the people around us is massively high. But every time we've been in the car, and we haven't had a lot of testing here by the way, we only had 2 free practices yesterday and then quali this morning. Every time we've been in the car, we've gone faster than we've ever been at this track before. So we've got to be really happy with that. And the fact that we've made some changes to setup that we think will give us a very racy race car, and we've also got areas that we can see that we can make good visual improvements on the lap. Yeah, really exciting.
Testing was quite a quick day. There's only 2 practice sessions, which were half an hour each. It was a lot for me to get my head around, really. And the car, to get in that same window as well as me, it's a bit of a hard job. We didn't really maximise testing in my point of view, because I wasn't driving to the car. I was focusing on what I was doing, but the car was adapted at the same time, so I wasn't maximising the result out of that. But it's an hour on track, on a new track. Well, relatively new, because we've only been here testing before, with tyres we've not been running all season. Yeah, not too bad. I finished P15 for practice 1, I think, P14. Practice 2 finished P20 first, but yeah. What I found frustrating is that I'd done everything, but I'd started to get towards the point where I pushed that further into the braking zone and doing the change we said, and it wasn't portraying into the time, it was actually going further down. So we're going to look at some stuff now.
So let's take a look at the video. The video will give us answers that we don't want to admit otherwise, usually there's with me. But here's the thing, that's the fastest you've ever been around this track on Cupras. And so we've beaten PBs already with 2 short tests, with a still imperfect setup on the car. with used tyres.
Yeah.
So we
They
got
were
a lot
very
of
used, weren't they?
They were used. I mean, everyone were using used by the time first half of that session, but we've got positives to take out. We are going to be fighting to get into the top 10 next year. We are not going to be fighting for P1s necessarily.
No.
But in the process of doing this, we're going to become more accomplished racing drivers, and that's why we're here.
Yeah.
But the reality is, the reason why most people hide in club level racing is because it's easier to go into a quality of race where the competitors are lower in skill level and win.
Yeah.
So it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Do we want to feel good? Because we can go and race, maybe not Civic Cup because they're fast as fuck. But we could go and race, we could go race fucking Ferrari Challenge and be setting lap records everywhere. But why? Because it's full of gentleman drivers. There's no one really fast in there.
Yeah.
We want to be better, so we've got to race against better. And these guys are the best in the world. So I think we've done really well today. And I think, take it from me, who spent a lot of this season feeling a bit sorry for himself, doing it this way and being proud of the achievements, while aware of the improvements that we can make, it's a much more productive mindset. You and me out that difference, Sam. We've done well today. We both.
We need to definitely grip the rear up for quality and just accept you get
You think
two laps on each set of fronts and it needs gripping up.
You think it'd be too wild as it is at the
Yeah.
minute?
100%, yeah. You haven't got the rear tyre.
Like, it's,
Even if you had the most understeery setup in the world, the rear tyres you've got now, in contrast to the new fronts you're going to have, the tyre indifference is going to be too much.
And you think it'd be too wasteful to, instead of doing 2 runs or 3 runs on new tyres in quali on the front, put one of those sets on the rear, start with brand new rears?
Well, what you'll do is you'll do a couple of laps with your new fronts and just see if you can put a lap in, and then they will have to go to the rear. The good news with Kumho's is because of the quali pressure for the front that you need, they're actually the same pressure front and rear.
Okay.
The starting pressure front and rear of quali is like literally the same. So it's not like you're having to bleed out or do anything. You just can literally bang them on the rear and it's going to be the right pressure.
Okay.
And hot. But obviously you could only do 2 flyers on them because you need them for the rear.
Yeah.
And so basically your first set, it's not going to be a waste. It's going to give you it's going to get your eye in.
Are we going out
And then the second set will be the set where you can deliver.
Are we going to go out with good rears and shitter fronts for the in and out lap, like you said?
You haven't got good rears at the minute. You've got the rears because we front to reared them to give you the best possibility of free practice 1 and 2. You've only got those 4 tyres.
But are they gone? Like, they felt all right.
No, they're fine.
They're
For rears.
they're middle ground. They're not like perfect. They're not shit. They're just going to be middle ground. We'll get the best 2.
Steve could brake later on some of these turns. You should be doing. Well, Gents is 50.6 here. It's easy possible. Mate, your minimum speed's way higher than his, and still getting exits is better than him. But he's not braking the same. Look at that.
I've locked quite a few times on the fronts and feel like I've had to go deep.
I've got more rear than I had yesterday.
Yeah,
I've got less front, so that should be fine for me.
You cannot, like Josh says, this plan cannot deviate from the plan. The only way this plan deviates is there's red flag, and we have to adapt as a team to decide what we're going to do. Like, you can't go, I want one more lap. You're not having one more lap, like, because you just want set of tyres then.
And I think you can't go for one more lap. No, definitely not. No.
Quali was okay. We got good laps, better than we had done so far, not as good as we could have. I can't speak for Sam, but for me, these laps you get these tyres, sorry, you get a 1 lap peak, and I didn't quite bring the tyre in quick enough, so the tyre didn't really come in till about turn 4, and you really feel the difference in time. So from turn 4 to the rest of that lap, if I could have taken that and the turn 1 to 4 of the following lap, we'd have been over a second quicker. Over a second quicker would have put us into quali 2. So it was disappointing from that perspective, but man, we're here at this track racing against these other guys, so the whole thing's epic. There can be no sadness about what's happened so far this week.
Qualifying went quite well. Yeah, the difference from the car from yesterday to today was massive. I just kind of felt like I was on my sim again, which was quite a nice feeling. So the way the qualifying works over here, you kind of put everything into qualifying, because the race, it's not like in the UK where you can go from like P10 to P1. It's a very hard challenge because everyone here is so fast, and it's consistency as well. Everyone's very consistent over here. So qualifying was quite an important factor. So we ended up using 3 sets of tyres. Would have been a 4th if we went to Q2, but I missed out on that a little bit. I think I was 3/10 shy of Q2. My second set of tyres I didn't maximise very well. I didn't heat them up properly on the outlap. So by the time the heat had come up on the first flyer, the peak had started to go. So the second flyer was just, there was no chance of me getting to the time that I needed. But good quali, finished P17, I think, in the end, which on this grid is impressive for first time on track.
Have a look and see how rotational the rear is. It looks really nice. In fact, there's a few times where I'm going in and it's starting to rotate, and I'm coming out of the throttle to correct like it's over rotating, and then I realise after it's not, it's just rotating. Yeah. So if I wouldn't have come out and just let it continue, I'd have been really fast.
Yeah.
I think that's just not how I've been driving for the last few months, is it?
Yeah.
I've been really afraid for the car to move.
Yeah.
But, I mean, for you, the corners that we wanted to improve, you made big improvement. Those 3 in a row towards the end of that.
But the reason why I was saying, from Sam's perspective, whatever was happening with mine at Snetterton, or my perception of what was happening with mine, maybe it's the roll bar thing, I don't know, maybe it's the natural toe. It didn't look drastic on the camera, but it felt like it was wanting to kill me. My gut feeling is, speaking to Sam, that his feels the same. He's getting this intuition that the car's going to do something. Whether that's the car or him, then we need to ascertain that.
The tracks here are very gripped up, very, very gripped up. Like, they tear through tyres very quickly. They're much faster tracks as well, because they've got longer straights, more runoff. And coming to a European track, it gives you a different feeling to what it does in the UK. Like, the Silverstone is also very cool in the UK, but the rest of them are all kind of clubman level. Whereas European tracks, F1 drivers come on here every year. Like, that's just a cool thing to do.
The calm before the storm. A push descends upon the circuit. Out to go. Will Teresa, the lights are on. The lights are off.
Just come straight over into the wall and take himself around the race.